So the other day, I was on the phone with a practice owner, and they were talking to me about how they're trying to cultivate the best culture and actually distinguish themselves from their competitors up and down the street. And he turned to me and said, "When you won Practice of the Year, what was one of the most successful actions that you had employed in your practice that really differentiated you, really set you apart from everybody else?" And I had to say, one of the most successful actions that we employed at that time and that we actually train practice owners inside Meg Academy currently is what's called the Give Me Five drill. And the Give Me Five drill means that every single person within my practice should know five personal things about every single patient. You should be interested enough to want to learn and communicate and gain agreement and have a shared reality with every single patient who comes in. You don't want to be a white, plain wash, sterile government facility where people are just coming to a clinic because they feel that way. I mean, how do you feel when you go to the DMV? Doesn't feel like home. It's the complete opposite. So you want to run your practice like home. You want people to feel like they're a part of your community and your doors are open to help lift each and every individual's health status to the optimum health level possible. And by doing so, you're improving the health quality of your community and your society, and you're participating by getting to know each and every person on a one-by-one personal level. You know, where do they work? Where do they live? How many kids do they have or don't have? Or what church do they go to? Or what functions do they do? Do they coach soccer? You know, just things like that. Benign things, not intimate, uncomfortable things, but things that demonstrate that you're so interested in them as a person, not just as a patient. And then they'll always remember that relationship. They'll always remember that experience, and they're going to feel that they're a part of something bigger. And that's what gives people the degree of self-significance, right? Value, self-worth, right? They feel like, wow, you see me for who I am. Now, why do I tell that story? Very effective in running your physical therapy practice or healthcare practice, or quite frankly, any business. But if we take that principle and we cross that over from our public to our staff and as a management concept, well, now you're elevating the absolute, or I'm sorry, wrong term. You're elevating the integrity, the personal integrity of each and every individual within your business. In this case, let's just say physical therapy practice, because you're interested in each employee, both professionally and personally. Getting to know your employees' status coming into the job. Where did they come from? What were they doing before they came to work with you? What was going well with them in that time in their life? What is it that they were seeking that wasn't being met, that wasn't fully satisfying? There's a reason why they took another job. Maybe somebody relocated or transferred or just came out of school. I get that. But even if it's that, well, what are you looking to achieve in the next 12 months? Where do you see yourself in 2 years? What makes you the happiest when here at work while you're doing your practicing your craft or wearing your hat on post? You know, get people to see that their experience isn't just their experience, that you want to share that experience with them, that you want to embrace the experience of all of your employees, because when one works in a community-based culture, high tide raises all boats, right? Rises all boats. So you want the same thing with your employees. If you have a bad apple, if by contrast, somebody who's always about themselves, always nattering or complaining about another or making up stories or dramatizing, and it's a bad hair day, their problems are everybody else's problems, or at least that's what they're trying to do, is impose their problems on others. That doesn't make anyone feel good. That makes everybody start to nitpick, and all of a sudden, you know, anthills become mountains. You know, little campfires become forest fires within your business, within your practice. So my management tip here is find a way to engage your staff on a regular basis so that they feel heard as a person, so that they feel that you see them as a being, that you're genuinely interested in their well-being as a person and a professional, that you're not only investing in their skill development so that they can perform better duties and tasks and take on greater levels of responsibility at work, but that you're actually in a mode of educating them, enhancing them, and personal concepts, personal thoughts, through reading materials, reading assignments, YouTube videos that you particularly want, or TED Talks that you want people to watch that you give as an assignment, and you pay for them to watch those things. You can have a monthly mentorship day or a monthly professional education day where everybody's being enhanced, not just on their post, but how to better communicate with another person, how to make more eye contact, how to adjust your volume of voice when listening versus when making a statement, how to have the right inflection in your voice at the end of a particular statement or comment or question. Really enabling people to better get along with others, right? That's what's most important. That's when people are like, I would never leave here for $1 more an hour. I just like the people I work with. I like the physical environment they've set up for me, and I like what I do. I'm good at what I do, and people appreciate my goodness. They appreciate my worth, right? As a person and a professional. So 3 walkaway tips in management right now from what I just shared with you is: 1, find a way to invest in getting to know your staff both personally and professionally. Simulate the Give Me 5 drill that we used to use with patients. Maybe that happens in the form of a 10-minute meeting once a month, every month for the first year, and then maybe it becomes every other month or something of that nature. Number 2, know that everybody wants to work in a healthy, happy environment. Look around. Are the walls marked up? Are the chairs ripped? Is the floor stained? When you allow that to go on in your business, it sends a message that we don't care. You want to correct things, clean things, fix things, improve things. Make sure that everyone's working in a clean, neat environment. And number 3, make sure that you embrace some systematic strategy of improving people's skill development and personal abilities. Their personal abilities to better communicate, better listen, gain better agreement more easily, how to read a room, how to read facial expressions, how to use the tone of their voice to better communicate with others. You should find some mechanism that you're investing back. And it doesn't have to be something you originate. It could be something you find on the internet or, like I said, through a TED Talk or YouTube or something of that nature. But you're bringing it to them and then asking, now, given that new information, what are you going to do different in your life, and how are you going to use it here for the betterment of our practice, our patients, and each other? When people know you're truly investing in their surroundings and them individually and in their skills, they will never want to work anywhere else. So that's my management tip 101 for this week. Think about the Give Me 5 drill with patients, and how can you apply that in a good environment with successful strategies on a regular basis with each and every one of your employees.